Well, hello, Patricia here, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States, but more specifically in Alaska. And I am coming to you today on a very snowy day, and the mountains are just gorgeous looking. I'm going to pull you down just a little bit here. All right, so let me move it around. I'm so sorry I keep moving this once I've sort of got it set, but I think we're good. Okay, so I've already recorded this once, but it was one of those where this was turned sideways, and it's like, how did I do that? Because I know I started it anyway, so we're going to hope it goes well. I shared this. It's not really a card. It's a kind of like a mini memory album, a mini junk journal maybe. It's not really got a lot of junk in it per se, but lots of fun ways to capture a memory or whatever it is you want to use it for. So what I'm going to do is show you how to make the base of this. I'm not going to decorate it. I'm going to show you the base of it. And then I'm going to wait a couple of days. And then I'm going to come back and show you how to finish it if you want to finish it the way that I have done. Now, just because I show you how to finish it doesn't mean that you have to finish yours the way I do mine. I will go through this. I will show you all the pages and everything that is here, but that doesn't mean you have to do it this way. I'm going to encourage you, especially if you've been a crafter for 2 or 3 years, to use what you already know and to finish it yourself. Now, I will walk you through it, but what I'm going to show you is how to do the basic part of this today. And then in a couple of days, I'll come through and show you some other things. I've already got 2 blanks created because, like I said, I've already done the video. Now I'm doing it again. So here we go. All right. Before I get into that, though, and I'll do this very quick, we are in bonus days. We just started bonus days yesterday, which started on the 6th. It does end February 2nd. Everything that you buy now between now and then, even if you make 2 orders, 1 order, 5 orders, whatever it is that you do, it will qualify. And every $50 you spend, you will get a $5 coupon to spend starting February 3rd. February 3rd, for the month of February after the 3rd. Okay? So you also get Stampin' Rewards. So you're getting double whammy on that. You get your $5 coupon and your 10%. So let me break it down just a little bit real quick. If you spend $47, you will not get your $5 coupon. You have to spend that $50 after Stampin' Rewards and before shipping and tax. Okay, so what you actually are purchasing during that. It does also apply to demonstrators. So if you want to get this double deal as a demonstrator and your discount, go ahead and sign up to start. All right, so same thing. Like if you want to get 2 $5 coupons and you buy $97 worth, jack it up that extra $3 so that you can get that second $5 coupon. It will come as an email, and the coupons will be listed, and then all you have to do is save that until February 3rd or for after the 3rd. This is a new kit. Is that not the stinking cutest? I love this little dog, the bird, the cat, and the gerbil or hamster, whatever he is. And they each have their own little house. So cute. I think that's only $14 too. An adorable kit. Now, if you had a kid that got a dog for Christmas or a cat for Christmas or something of that nature, a bird, whatever, hamster, you might really like to get that for them. Or they're going to get it for their birthday, maybe. Has adoption papers in there too. Another new kit, the butterflies. Love this. Love the colored envelopes. Aren't those just so cute? And they are decorating their envelopes so they are not naked. Gotta love that. Product of the month started last month in February, January, February, and December, and it is $5 once you reach $75 in sales. This is an adorable sentiment stamp set. I love it. Happy birthday. You're on your mind. Thank you. On my mind. Thank you so much. Hooray, happy birthday, hooray, sending love just because. There are simply no words for this. Hello to a fabulous friend, and you can do anything. I love when they combine the script and the, I don't know what you call it, typewriter font or whatever, but love that product of the month. This is, the add-on for the Paper Pumpkin. Paper Pumpkin is the monthly subscription that comes to your door. It's a surprise. You don't know what it's going to be. But January, February, and March, this is the add-on that you can get in addition to, of course, the Paper Pumpkin. You do have to be a Paper Pumpkin subscriber in order to get this die. I am loving the words that are coming with these add-ons lately. They're just amazing. Okay, so let's go back to our book. The first thing you want to do is start with the base. Now, this is one of those places where you can go back. You could use new Designer Series paper, DSP, or you can go to a previous Designer Series paper, DSP, and get just look at this one. It's very generic. It's very light colored, and it works great. I think this is fantastic for making a book. Both this one and this one are retired. If you really want to know what they are, let me know, and I will tell you. But we are going to take a 12 by 12 Designer Series paper and cut it in half. It doesn't really matter which way you cut it. If there is a direction, okay, so this goes this way, but it could just as easily go this way, so it's not really directional. And this is not directional at all. And I'm going to put it in here, and I'm going to cut it in half. Remember, it's 12 by 12, so I'm going to cut it in half at 6. And I now have the base for my little book. Oops, I don't want to get rid of my paper trimmer quite yet, because I'm going to take my 6 by 12 now, and I'm going to score at first 2. So just take one of them. It doesn't matter which one you put up. Go to 2. Make sure I've got it along the 2 measurement line. Get that cutter out of the way. You don't want to cut it. And make sure it's up at the top. And score. Remember that this is Designer Series paper, so you don't want to press very hard. Then 5.5. So I'm going to go to 5.5. Make sure it's straight up at the top along this edge. And again, score. Don't push too hard. You don't want to go through it. Now I need to pull that arm out because I need 9 inches. So I'm going to pull that, pull that up, go out to 9 inches. Make sure it's up against that top again. Get that. And score. Okay. keep that. Then go get my other piece, and I am going to just flip it just because I don't know what is going to be up or whatever, but I'm not worried about it. And let me pull this out. I want to score at 2, 7, and 10. So score at 2. I will tell you this. I did learn something very similar than this from another demonstrator, but unfortunately I've lost her name. I don't know who it was. If anybody happened to have seen something similar to this, please let me know who it was. I've lost it and I don't know how to find her. And 10. Okay, so I'm going to have, there we go, 2 inches on either side. Score. There we go. All right, now, I'm going to put that out of the way. I am done with my paper trimmer. I don't need it anymore. I'm going to take the first one and, hello, there we go. I'm going to take the first one. Okay, so I'm going to take my bone folder now, and let me show you let me get some of these things out of here so you can see this. But what we have is this little piece right here is the 2 inches on this side. And then it's going to come here, go back there, and this. Okay, so this is the 3 inches over on this side. This is the underneath one is the 3 inches. So what I've got is a mountain, a valley, and a mountain. Okay, so in order to get a mountain, now I will show you this. If you did not get it perfectly straight, then it may not line up right along the edge. So I want to make sure that it is, and then I'm going to burnish it. Okay, so there's my mountain. So what did I say? I've got a, this is a mountain, this is a valley, so that means this needs to come in. Okay, like this. Again, make sure they match up. So this is my mountain, and I think this is, yeah, this direction. Okay, again, I want to make sure they match up on either side and score. So what I have here is, let me turn this over. I've got this, 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 there. Okay, that's what you're going to see. You want this kind of M-ish, maybe, looking. I'm going to set that one aside. Now, I'm going to start with my 2 inches on this side. Okay, and it needs to be a mountain. Okay, mountain, valley, mountain. Okay, so mountain, come in, come this way. Again, make sure they're lining up, and this way. So this time I'm going to have, and I like that I should have done this on the other one, is sort of do a soft fold until I see what I need, and then come back and burnish it. Okay, be sure that they're lining up straight. Line up straight and line up straight. Okay, so this is what your 2 pieces are going to look like. Got a mountain, valley, mountain, mountain, sort of a mountain. You're going to fold this down, and then a valley. Okay, so that's what you're looking for. Once you have that, then we are going to put these 2 together. So let's lay them down. They're going to go together like this. Now, the advantage to having the two colors the same here is that when I fold over this way, I've got the three colors going there. All right. Now, I did not necessarily do that on this one, but I like the look of that. So once I have these two together, I want to put glue on this three sides. I do not want to put glue on this side because it's taller and I could accidentally go above this one. All right, so spread that out and I'm going to put glue on here and here and here. I like to lay my glue flat once I'm starting to use it, so that it does not fall all of it down into the nozzle. Okay, so match these two up, push together. I do kind of want to give this, whoa, I don't want to push it in that much. I want to push it in just a little bit so that it has this space, because this is going to be a pocket. Now, what I did not do is, where does it come? Put this in here. If you leave, it's kind of a thumb, I can't remember what they call it, but you can go in afterwards and put that in there. On all of these others, I have put it in. Okay, I'm going to pull it apart just a little bit and punch that out. There we go. And then go ahead and push it back down. It had not quite dried, so I still had that opportunity to pull it apart and really quickly punch my little thumbprint or thumb hole, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so now I've got the two pieces together. All right. Once I have them together, then I need to decide, what do I want to do with everything else? I could, again, make a pocket out of this. I could glue these two together and make a pocket out of this, which is what I did here. There is a nice tall pocket here. And again, I punched the thumb hole out. Okay. I could decide whether I want this to be a pocket or whether I want it to flap out. Now, another thing I could do is add another piece on this and just make it longer. I like it a little short. It doesn't have to be big in order to be and have a lot of nice little pockets. Okay, so this is where I'm going to go ahead and show you how to make a couple of those pockets. I'm not going to add any other pockets at this point, but I want to encourage you to get to this point where these two are glued together and decide, what do you want your little book to be? I am going to go ahead and glue these two together. This is on the very first sheet, and all I have to glue on it is this side and the bottom. So I'm going to go, whoops, I want to put my thumb hole in, though, before I go getting any further. And you can decide, do I want it on this side or do I want it on this side? And I think I'm going to go ahead and put it on this side. I've put it on the other side. I have a 1.5 inch punch, and I'm going to line this up as evenly as I can and punch that out. Okay, now I'm going to, as I said, put glue here and here, or here and here, doesn't matter. Okay, I do want to be as thin. Now it looks like I did not get that glued together very well. It's got a little bit of a lip there, but you know what? I am not going to worry about it. Whoops, I want to make sure I've got the right place. Yes, so I'm going to go along this edge and the bottom edge. Okay, and then simply glue them together. There we go. Again, lay my glue on its side. Okay, one of the reasons I like to use the liquid glue is I can make a much thinner line than if I were to try to use either the tear and tape or the, now I wouldn't use Seal Plus on this, but if I wanted to use Seal, it's the same width, so I want to be careful with that. All right, so now here's the thing. Because I put my little thumb hole right here, I do not want to glue this down. On this one, okay, so here's my little piece right here. Because I put it on the back, I could then glue this down and make a pocket. So, having said that, I might advise not putting the thumb hole on the front, but because I've already done that, I've already punched it out, I am not going to glue that down. What I might do, and a way to redeem that, might be to cut an angle, and so let's just do it. There's nothing that says you have to do anything a particular way on your own junk journal, or whatever you want to call this. Pocket memory, something. Okay? I'm not measuring. I am just going to cut. All right? So, once I've done that, I then, something inside. Now, I can glue just this bottom and the side, or better yet, just the bottom. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a little bead of glue. So you roll with the punches, right? All right. There we go. And now I have a little pocket. And it actually has a little more interest than the rest of these do. Whatever. Okay? The last thing I'm going to do, I need to take my bone folder and burnish that down a little bit. Okay? Is make this pocket. Now, I kind of like that these two are opposite each other. So I think I am going to take... And I want to line that up as best I can at the same spot on that side. And punch out that thumb hole. There it is. Close. Whether it was exact or not, I don't know. Doesn't really matter. There we go. They look pretty good, don't they? Now that I have this, I could even use it to... make another tiny little pocket, or at least not a pocket, but maybe something to clip something to, whatever. Okay, put it up here, you know, whatever it is that you want to do. All right, this is the basic. Okay, then grab yourself, okay, so we've already used the 1.5 or the 1 inch hole punch. Grab yourself some, what do you call these? Sponge daubers. Again, I'm not sure I would use the tape runner, but you could, if that's your choice. Grab some ephemera. Grab some, now these came out of the 2025, what do you call these things? I can't remember. Oh my goodness. It's called the 12 Days of Crafting Advent Calendar. All right. And so it was a couple of the different doors. It wasn't 4. I think it was 7 and was it 1? I don't remember. But anyway, a couple of them. And the 12 Days of Crafting Advent Calendar as well. So grab some dies. Some more dies. They don't even have to be current dies. Now this one is Radiating Stitches. This one is Nested Essentials. And this one is Textured Notes dies. I like these because I can make things to write on. I could even fold this in half. I could slip this in a little pocket, these in a little pocket, and they have interest. Let me show you where's my little book? Here it is. So on the inside, this one has the Nested Essentials, and then I just cut this to fit on the inside of that. Then I've got my vellum, which again is just something of interest. It makes you can see that it's supposed to lift up, and whether you put writing under there or whatever. These are those dies. There are the squares and the rectangles. Let me pull those out so that you can actually see them. So there's, let me put it so you can see it somewhere. Square, rectangle, square, inside square, and inside rectangle. Okay, 3 of these, 2 of these. Love these. They are so cute and make great places to write little notes or to layer or whatever floats your boater, because y'all have boats to float, right? Did you hear about those 9 boats in Juneau that sank because of the snow? Unbelievable. They don't usually have snow like that in Juneau, so it's crazy. All right, okay, I also put a little bit of lace, so you might have some lace somewhere that you could use. You might have some of these kinds of things. Neither of these two are from Stampin' Up, but make cute, and lots of us have little things like that sitting around, okay? Here are the square and the rectangle dies. These 2 dies, the flowers, I then went with a bundle. A bundle is a stamp and dies. So here are the dies. This die is right there. Okay. But I went with, and this, I meant to tell you, this die and this die are these 2. Okay. So just choose something. No, you do not have to choose what I have. This one is to put some texture on some of these. And look at that right there. There's some of that texture. And then I just used a sponge dauber and put a little bit of that same color around the edge. Then, so I've got Elements of Text, Charming Day, and the 12 Days of Crafting Advent Calendar. And I used these dies. I put some ephemera in there. The ones that I used, I don't think I used this one at all, even though I had pulled it out. But I put some of the butterflies in there. I used the vellum. They come in 12 by 12 sheets now. And that is, you probably already saw it, right here. Okay. But choose like 4 colors. I did this, the base of it. This is another. This is the one that I just made. Okay, it's very generic. So I used that. This one's going to look very different because of the choices I made on this, but that's okay. Here's another one that I made earlier today. Okay, very generic background, and then put together a bundle that you like the stamps and dies with. Choose the ephemera. Choose 3 to 4 colors of cardstock. Like, for example, here's one of the cardstock colors or two of the cardstock colors that I used. Here's another cardstock color that I chose. And then, of course, I had white. And so do that and let your own creativity be your guide. Do something that when you get done, you're like, either I followed Patricia and it was awesome, or I did my own thing. So some other things you can do are washi, stamps. Use those stamps, whatever the matching or coordinating colors. I was going to say something else and I've lost it all of a sudden. But here in a couple of days, I will do another video for us, and I will show the original. Where did I put it? It's here somewhere, because, oh, I also did a tag to pull out of that tall pocket. Where is the original that I used? Oh, here it is. Okay, so also I just made some out of these little pockets, or places that I had decided to make pockets. This is simply folded over, just a strip of paper, cardstock, folded over to make that. And then the same thing for this one. And it also gives a little bit of background for that. So I want to encourage you, go out and make your own book. As you saw, what I did right there probably took me 15 minutes. If you get rid of all the time that I talked and chattered and moved things around. On this, I punched a 1 1/4, or what kind size? 1 1/2 inch hole, and then punched a hole in the middle of that with this little one. It comes in the set of 3. There we go. These are what it will punch out. I used this one, the 1/8, and punched a hole, put some twine through it after I had, oops, I've got a little bit of dangly bits there. There we go. And stamped on it. There you go. How easy is that? Now, I could stamp on the back as well, and probably will, but this is also where you could put the photo, and then this is the description of what happened. Okay? So, I encourage you. I hope you will. And when you are done, oops, wrong pocket. Goes in this one. I'll just put it in there for now. When you are done, I would love it if you would share it over on our Facebook page. And down below is the link to that Facebook page. If you can't find it or can't get the link to work or whatever, be sure and let me know. All right, and I will help you with that. So you need 1 page of 12 by 12, 3 or 4 cardstock colors, a bundle or 2, some dies that create your little things, your ephemera, maybe some the colors, the same colors of ink that you have of the cardstock. Maybe that you're going to need some glue. And these are, hello, what you want to score. All right, so you can take a screenshot of that, and I hope you will make it. It's so easy, and it's such a fun challenge to do as well. Now, every day I have a question of the day, and today's question is, what are your plans for January for crafting? What is it you have in mind to do? Now, if you'll hold on for just a second, I will show you what my front yard looks like. I am going to pause it, so give me just a sec, and be sure and give me a thumbs up, share the video. If you have not already subscribed, please do that. And I will see you next time. Let me run outside and show you what it looks like in my front yard. All right, here we are stepping out of the front door. There is my truck covered in snow still. I do have these mats. I have turned it off at the moment. So they have a little bit of snow or frost on them today. These mats are amazing, the heat mats. If you've not ever tried any of those and you live in a snowy area, oh my goodness, they're awesome. Now I'm going to see, yes, you can see the mountain up there. Can you see that? So awesome. Can't remember which mountain that is. That might be Matanuska Peak. But there's my sister's house. And there's my mama's house. Yes, we live here all on the property close to each other. This property was purchased back in 1959. Look at those gorgeous trees. By my grandparents, and now, well, not the whole family by any means, but many of us live out here. Look at that snow depth. It's awesome. All right, there's my cold truck. It does start, so that's fantastic. This is where the summer garden will be this summer. Hopefully I can take a picture of that and share that as well once summer gets here. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good one. I so appreciate all your help with the algorithm, liking and sharing and subscribing and all those wonderful things. Thank you. Oh, and don't forget to ring the bell so you get notifications when I post new videos. Thanks so much, and I will see you next time.